Start with senior nickelback and our special teams player of the week, Cameron Walker. Questions for Cameron?
Cam, what's the big challenge? What's the biggest challenge when you have such a quick turnaround like this? You don't have the normal practice schedule. I'm sure everything's kind of condensed. What's the biggest challenge for you?
Recovering and getting the mental reps in practice, because like you said, we're not getting all the full rep, the full pad hitting and everything going on, but it's important to just stay locked in, kind of like go through your route, your zone progressions and man progressions, everything, like your route fits pretty much and your run fits mentally more than anything. You got to get more film in the week than you usually do. You got to get in the training room more often than you usually would, even if you're not hurting, if you're not sore, just to make sure that you'll be fine going into the game and just handling stuff like that. So it's pretty much like I guess what I'd imagine NFL practices are like, and like kind of what that week would be like.
Some more emphasis on film work and things like that, and less on the field reps.
Less on your actual body, more on your mental, yeah.
Yeah, Cam, I think you and Devontae are the only two that were in like the top 10 or 12 tacklers against USC last year back. What do you remember about that game, particularly Deontay Burnett, who looks like he's going to be another factor this year?
Wait, excuse me, repeat the question? What do I feel about the...
What do you remember from that game last year, and particularly Deontay Burnett, who looks like he's going to be another factor?
About Deontay, I don't remember a whole lot. And then from the game, I just remember having it and then it slipping away. So, this year we're trying to make that not happen. And then as for, again, remembering games in general, I feel like anybody can be beaten on any day. So it really doesn't matter what happened last year. It doesn't matter what happened 2 years ago. It doesn't matter what happened 10 years ago. It just matters what happens on Thursday.
Cameron, I think two of the games you've lost were on grass fields, and this is a grass field. Does that have anything to do with it, or what's your take on that?
The first game we won was on the grass field.
Okay, you guys, any further questions for Cam?
What do you remember about just their offense in general, and is it much different this year given what you've seen on tape?
It's the same, more or less. They have really good receivers, really big offensive line. I think one of their receivers from last year got hurt, but again, last year doesn't matter. So that's kind of irrelevant. But, they're a solid team just like they always have been. But so are we, and we'll be going in there looking to do our best.